What's going on, guys? Pegasus from the Wise Guys, and I'm here on the other side of the camera. That's the other guy. You know, we already did this bum's profile. You get top 4 with Evil Swarm. Go kick this right. Shout out to the punk players. Shout out to the punk players. But we're here with this bum.
Yeah.
He's kind of slow. But yeah, Albaz.
So this is going to be post banless and post post on Hypernova.
Mm-hmm.
So it's post all that. We're still in pre-banless right now, but I wanted to start. I was playing with tier limits, but they got fucking slaughtered. So, and I'm gonna say this now: tier limits with a branded engine, good. Branded with a tier limit engine,
bad. Because it's not enough cars to keep up.
It's not enough cars.
Not enough tempo, you think, or?
Because like with branded or with tier limits with the branded, it's like supported the tier.
Yeah.
But branded is like it gets dragged by the tier.
Yeah. So this is your concoction.
This is my concoction.
In a spicy technical.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that.
So you don't need to play any more than 3. It is technically a brick going first, but turn 3, turn 4, normal summon, get rid of shit. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
3 starter. 3 of the best normal summons.
Child, are they ulti? Their ultis are so weird looking.
Yeah.
Trying to like catch it. Okay, I see.
And you got like the lines, yeah. 2 tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
Pops off a lot, and now we have enough darks to play Allure.
I see a lot of people play 1 and a lot of people play 2. Do you think 2 is correct?
If you're playing Allure.
Okay.
Only if you're playing Allure Darkness, or other ways to get rid of like Shaddolls.
Got you. That makes sense. Shaddolls. Yeah. I see you.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Yuri Diaz. We play Shaddolls around in Wise Guys country. We play Shaddolls.
Got add. One add. You don't resolve this as much anymore, but this basically lets you banish or send to the graveyard as a fusion material. It lets you special summon either a Despia or a level 8. So you use this and Mirror Jade, make Drake Spellia or any other thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then summon back Mirror Jade, get it effects again.
Busted.
So that's the Despia package. The Bestial package. 2 is correct. I only have 1. This thing's like $100.
He's like, I'm gonna have to live with this 1 for a second.
We got other.
Did he really shoot up to $100, bro?
$100.
What did he go from?
He was like 60.
God.
And then he went like to 70. Then he went to 90. Now he's like 100.
Best
but
deck.
It's okay. We got ways to search him.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, this is your branded fusion target.
So you might have found something optimal by being cheap. I see you, bro.
Yeah.
Frugal.
Yeah.
Be frugal.
Sonir, this is actually played in this deck because it sends a branded Spell Trap or even Lubellion. You don't really do that as much. You usually send like branded Retribution, branded Loss. So this, yeah, you have ways.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the new card, Bestial Baldrake, Bestial Ballsack.
I knew you was gonna say something.
Basically, when an extract monster activates effects, you contribute another light or dark, then banish that card.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Druid's Worm, but actually like better disruption.
Right. Because
yeah.
So do you take Druid's Worm out?
Yeah.
Like I see a lot of people messing around with the ratios, and I've seen people take it out. Why is it being taken out?
So
because this is
people were taking this out originally in like non branded builds, but people were taking Druid's Worm out because this is the second best one. Of course, this is the best one because it searches everything. Mm-hmm. But this is the second best one because it extends. It actually gets you plays. It gets you more continuous spells.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's reasoning.
That'd be seals.
Very sound reasoning.
Got 2 hand traps you can search.
Mm-hmm.
I love Mirror Carrier. 2 is correct because you use 1 to kill them, or 1 to protect your field and 1 to kill them. 2 Albion is Upstart Goblin, and this gets Albaz in the graveyard to set some plays.
Mm-hmm.
Pragmatica cards because we're playing the fusion. And another light target, and this is the last Albaz card, is Virtuous Ecclesia. Basically, you special summon it and gets to this. Also, you can just keep pitching it or discard Lubellion and keep adding it to hand. So basically, it's just infinite. It's like Sinister Serpent.
You disgust me.
Okay.
No, any good Despia player, I see that card getting looped all game long. So that's like you can really tell the skill gap off of that card to me. That's just me.
This card's so important. And going second, I went special summon this. Cool. Special summon Pancratons. Cool. Normal summon Allure. And just blasted.
You just blast right through everything.
Blasted through everything.
Card is dumb. Card is absolutely dumb.
We got to the Shaddolls now. I like playing ones of Shaddolls because it gives you versatility. Plus, you have one that like dumps any of them.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, summon one from deck, draw one, send any, triple DD Crow, summon from graveyard, and search a monster. That's all their send effects. Their flip effects is summon one from deck, draw 2, discard 1.
Wendy, just in case you don't know the name.
Yeah.
Beast, Squamata, Ariel, Falco, Hedgehog.
Yeah,
just in case you forgot.
This flips up, pops a card.
Mm-hmm.
Flips up specials, Banish Shaddoll. People were using that with the normal trap. We don't do that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Summons any other Shaddoll from the graveyard face down.
Right.
Searches a spell trap. They all have both effects. You use both effects, especially in like grind games. Like this is mainly the set for grind games, which I really love.
Right. And it's like this. It's Shaddoll Fusion is such a powerhouse card. You can thrust into Shaddoll Fusion, can't you?
Yeah, when I get
Send all of your hate mail to this dude right
here. You
here.
can thrust into this. You can thrust into all this stuff. We'll get into the future, but
Yeah.
we're gonna work there. Now, my main tech of this deck, and it's weird because this is mainly built in 2 elements.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 King of Swords.
And why in this deck? Does it
So
work the same
this deck, so there's 2 key parts that we are weak at. One is ashing Brand Fusion. It's not a whole lot of ways you can stop that. You just have to have the extender.
Mm-hmm.
But with it, or the other weakness is banishing this off of Bestial. So with this, basically you discard it to get to the graveyard, search your spells. Then with this in the graveyard, even if it does Bestial, you can count this as Albaz instead. Then shuffle your banished Albaz that was Bestial back to the deck.
Say that one more time for the people at home, just in case you don't understand. Say it one more time.
This basically, if you draw it in your hand, protects you from Bestials.
Okay.
Because you'll discard it, you'll add your spell, and I'll show you the spell in a second. So when this is in the graveyard, they try to Bestial this while you're trying to fusion summon, especially like Albion, because it only does from hand, field, or graveyard.
You just yeet them into the King of the Swamp play. And they can't block anything
They can't block everything.
And even if with branded lost, isn't that a card? And okay.
Yeah.
So it's, either way, you're like, I'm going to resolve what I'm doing.
I'm going to get my.
And that, kids, is why we play D Barrier.
Yeah, I mean.
He's like, yeah.
You got it.
You got it.
This card searches polymerization. Every card that is considered polymerization. So we got polymerization and fusion substitute, which is always considered.
You just had to take it back.
I just had to fucking do it.
Had to do it. Send all your hate mail to Michael Buckingham.
So basically, you just recur, draw a card. Like, if you're drawing this, you're going to discard it off of Lubellion's effect, or sometimes you just need to be able to fuse from hand and field. That's why you play 1 poly.
Is this protected by, does this protect Chimera?
Yes.
Guardian Chimera?
Yes.
Does that protect the same way? Okay.
Yes.
That's busted, dude.
I know. I'm working to get one.
Yes.
I'll show you what I would cut for a Chimera. 3 of the best card. 3 of the thing that searches the monster that gets the best card. 2 things that protect the best card. You see a pattern. And 1 red.
All out assault, man.
Brand red. Like, none of these really need explanation at this point. This will actually play out for a while. Basically, I'll show you the play with this though. In the board it would end up with. Tuna Deer. Now that Tearless is gone, this is going to go up to 3. But
I also feel like, I agree with you.
It's so strong.
It's strong as hell. I've been playing Fluandere's builds, and I've been seeing people playing this again, and I'm like, that is pretty good.
It's so good.
Just don't get turned off by Rise Heart.
And this is how this synergizes with Shaddolls, because you just dump the fusions, and then you search your spells.
Facts.
Yeah.
Jackass. What a jackass.
2, because you can search it, and you already played Brand Fusion, and you got 1 L. I was playing this to pop the tier limits, but this is going to go to Schism, more than likely. The only thing I really don't like about Schism, because you can stop Schism. You can't stop this.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll play both. I don't know. Go in the comments.
I don't know. It's weird.
It is
weird right now because Cash Tira is...
Cash Tira is...
Yeah, you gotta be careful with window.
Window by itself isn't enough, but the support around it is. So if you have just window, you're fucked. But if you have window with a mirror jade and a branded beast pop, that can get you somewhere.
Mm-hmm. That makes perfect sense.
Two allure. You aren't playing all darks, so this sometimes is risky.
Talking to a former Cosmo player, bro. You can't, can't get nothing past me.
Two super poly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not getting into every deck, but with the Shaddolls, you have to play with Shadolls.
Facts.
Set of Shaddoll, super poly, and then you got your crazy one-offs called by Gold Start. So your starters, stop hand trap.
Gold Start good.
Yeah. So basically, you can either banish what's widely known is Mirror Carrier or Tragedy. This gets you to Aluber. This gets you to either Ecclesia or Albion.
So I feel like I kind of want to play it again in cast tier because I felt like a couple times I'm like
as an extender
in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
In a lot of stuff. Yeah, I agree, bro.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree.
And then with the 3 traps, same as usual. Got your counter trap that recurs your spells. You're setting your 99% of the time activating this off of branded the Bestial Lubellion, and it's just a pop.
Mm-hmm.
And this is basically your own version of Super Poly that's also just called a Haunted. Like sometimes I just revive back a fusion monster.
Any drawbacks to them that you don't like, or is it like they all?
This is the hardest one to pop off because to activate it, like while you set it, you either have to
slight glare.
You either have to have 1 on the field or 2 in the graveyard to put back in the deck, but sometimes that's not the worst.
Facts.
But yeah, you basically either sending this off of Sonier or Albion and getting a draw. Then you banish this to get a card.
40, 50, 60, 50. He's playing a
50
pile.
something.
He's playing a pile of fusion.
2 Mirror Jade. Boss Monster. 2 Albion. So these are what gets you to the fusion summons. I want to get 2 of these, but extra deck space is so tight, especially with the new cards coming out.
You might need one though.
Yeah, but you're always putting this back, and even if it gets in the graveyard, you got fusion sub. You got so many ways to get back to the extra deck, so it's all good. And for the new, this is the only of the new fusions I'm running from the new set. The Cartesia one, I'm not playing Cartesia, of course, so I can't play it. But with this one, what it does is when a Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, or Link monster activates its effect, you can negate that card and then bounce a card. So the full combo, and you have to open up Branded Red to activate this, because you have to basically get to a point where you summon both of these with a Mirror Carrier in hand. You banish the Mirror Carrier to make this, activate this, add Branded Fallen Albast, make your Mirror Jade, then this resolves, put the Mirror Carrier in that back to make this. That is like the full combo. It has about 60% of games.
But you can also
you can search all of it.
And then he also is just like a hardcore battler with a Rise Heart.
Yeah, so basically, if you brand a fusion into this, a Rise Heart is mandatory. You negate that and bounce a card.
Which is extraordinarily powerful, and it's like they built that to do that.
And so going first, you're going to end with the Bestial Lubellion and these 2 in hand. How this works is, this will be in the graveyard already. So Albion will be in the graveyard already because I'll summon this. What this does is you can activate Mirror Jade, banish whatever for cost. This would negate this, and then bounce your Bestial Lubellion in hand. You'll discard Lubellion, add a Bestial. And then on their turn, you can activate Mirror Jade again.
Shame on you.
It's so dumb.
That is pretty stupid,
It's
though.
so stupid.
You're gonna profit as much as you want to, if any of that resolves. And then you got stuff like Branded and Lost where they can't stop anything anyway. So that's crazy.
It's so strong.
And what was the spot you say you'd make
It's one of the other fusions. And also the other effect of this, if this and Albaz is in the graveyard, you banish one, summon the other one. So basically you summon Albaz or you summon this. Yeah, I guess. Fuel, and the other one's fuel. 3 Shaddolls, I mean, very self-explanatory. This is what I would cut for Guardian Chimera, because it's not really needed. Got your Masquerade, because obviously...
Yeah, HEADASS is like, it doesn't stop effect, but they'll have a hard time clearing it sometimes.
Yeah, 2 other fusions, got Draco's Pelia, very generic and other super poly target, and Dragoon, because you have a lot of dragons, and King Swamp. And it's just, some decks just can't get over it. Like, it won me a game against Swordsful because it just...
Now, let's talk about...
Let's run this Shaddoll. But with the side deck...
What the hell is this card?
So, Dark Angel. So, what it does is, the controller of it, while it's on the field... Oh, there we go. While it's on the field, the controller, all their spell cards are negated. So, what you do, you just burn Expulsion, summon this to their side of the field, and it stops every spell card. Super Poly, Dark Ruler, any consistency cards. The only cards that really don't stop is something that trees for cost. Anything like enemy controller and droplets.
Enemy controller. Yeah.
Just check, guys.
Interesting.
But like any like hardcore counters, it just stops.
That's gas, low key.
Yeah. And then like Runic, it fucks up all Runic because you just know that, oh, you got 5 spells in your hand? Okay, cool.
Bless your heart.
God bless your heart. It's just generic stuff. You know, you got your Cashtira hate, you got your back row hate, and you got your go first cards.
Do you feel like you would ever want to play another target
I
and
might.
like pivot back and forth between the two?
I might, depending.
Yeah.
Like if I see like game 1 certain matchups, like, oh, he has droplets. This thing will be good against droplets.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, droplet is droplet. So.
Oh, this also stops Book of Lunar Eclipse too.
Oh, that's
Book of Lunar Eclipse, Book of Moon.
Everything. Interesting. I see what you did there, bro. So what do you think about this format? You like it? You feel
I like it.
You feel like this is the best deck? Or we're gonna have a top.
Yeah.
We're gonna save that for another video.
Yeah.
We're gonna save that for another video. But this is the best deck.
My mouth would get me in trouble. The only thing I would change is the Chimera and then make room for Droll. Droll is just so good this format.
And with that, we're out. Arrivederci.